In this episode I fight more storms, completely lose sight of what I have done, repair the damage and start to move forward again. Hi, I'm Evelyn and I'm building my own tiny house. This wind is just so bad. Despite all measurements, a storm like this scary right now. I was working on that one to fasten it and I was right on the edge and the wind was blowing so hard I was actually afraid that I would fall off. I haven't. I've taken a step back. It's just really scary actually to be up here. It's really sad actually that my insulation is damaged so much by just not being able to work on it. I mean, everything that is fastened is just fastened. Everything that I pared down is still there without any problems, and everything else is just prone to fall off and then be attacked by the chickens. Just love to eat it. Yeah. Just trying to save whatever I can and trying not to fall off. So I really hope that things are fastened now, that even with this wind, that even with this wind it will not fall off anymore. For now it is just trying to save whatever I can again and again and again. I'm so afraid that I have to pick up more insulation tomorrow again, but oh well, it's just all I can do now is just try to get down safely and hope that it is not that bad. Because now it is really bad and I'm not going to stay here any longer. So I got off safely. Okay, it's probably a bit dark, but this is all insulation that is really damaged, that got off, that I had already made on the right size and was already upstairs, and now it's just all damaged and need to be done again. So that's a bit sad, but oh well. I'm very grateful that nothing worse happened, because with this wind, I mean, this is the kind of weather where things like trees falling over can happen, and I don't want to think about what can happen with this kind of weather. So yeah, if it's only a bit of insulation that I need to redo, then that's it. It's not the end of the world. There is no adventure without a bit of a setback here and there. So I'm happy it's just well, a bit. Well, it's just a bit of insulation that needs to be done again. It could have been worse. trying to figure out a new way to, well, at least show myself how much work the still inside insulation is going to take. I've got about, what was it? I've got 44 panels. And they are in various stages. I mean, this wall looks something like this. And that needs to be taken off. There is also then still in here. So I need to figure out how much steps that is going to take. And then there is still walls like this, where I need to get this oxidation off. Because if I would paint above of this, it's very likely to come off sooner or later. So I need to get it as clean as possible. Sadly, I think that must be done by hand. Because if I do that with a machine, it will either damage the wall itself, because it is, on some places, it's already pretty thin. I will probably just go through it. And because of this form, I think it's very difficult to do that. And even then, it's practically impossible to get in between here with a machine. And I couldn't get this off other than by just doing that with a brush by myself. So it's still a lot of work, especially cleaning off those little things. That's probably the most work of it all. It's almost the least visible, which is always a bit more difficult to deal with either way. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it visible with those little pieces of paper. If every step is between 20 minutes and an hour, I might be okay. So that is what I'm trying to figure out, how to get as much steps that I find motivating. That will be a bit colorful with all these little pieces of paper. There's probably going to be a phase 3. I think there are about 5 steps. I think there will be 7 phases. It's been a bit difficult with keeping up with work because of the weather. It has been very wet and cold. With the great storms of last week, my little improvised window has blown out, and I need to rearrange things because I still don't know what to do with these plates. I want to recycle them and reuse them somewhere else. I probably can, but I'm not sure. So I can't just tuck them out and let them rot away. So I need to do something about that. And, well, when that window is open, it's very cold, so I'm going to rearrange things a bit. So despite all the bad weather, I did get at least something done on the roof, and all the other work, which is just very demotivating by itself. I am very excited to set up a system that might get me motivated to do all the inside work, which is still a lot, but at least it's going to be more exciting now. So, step by step, as always. That is another one done. Practically completely done. Good enough for this moment. I might need to brush it off with a soft brush still. That's for later concern, because if I would brush it now and do the next one right beside it, it would be dusty all over again. So that is something to do when everything is done. So yeah, progress. It's cold out here. Yeah, duh, it's winter. Does that mean we get to sit cozy with a blanket and a hot chocolate on the couch? What couch? A couch? Any? No, we first need to make a house to put a couch in. And then you might get to sit on it someday. Ooh, yeah. But first, we need to make a house. Okay, let's do that. Want to see the whole process? Then consider subscribing. And have any questions? Feel free to ask in the comment section below. Right there. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Bye!